Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. Welcome back to the city of Brockton County, or I guess the township of Brockton County, where we are riding on our new tram line that we built last week. I am recording this slightly ahead of time because I got a busy weekend ahead of myself. So just letting you know that I haven't seen all your comments from Friday's video or Thursday's video, but it is Wednesday when I'm recording this. And I gotta say, this tram line is pretty nice looking. Anyway, so in today's video, we got a lot planned. We are going to try to do two things. We're gonna build a bit of a interchange, or we're gonna build an interchange. I'm not just gonna half do it. And it's going to be a special interchange that I'm hoping it's going to work really well with this area. And then we're also going to do a massive residential boom around the university. So as this tram gets into the downtown, it's taking a little bit longer than I was hoping it would, to be honest. But this street that it's on is Phillip Street, and there was a name suggestion after Wednesday's video when I asked for some name suggestions, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious naming this street Electric Avenue. So that's what we'll start off with today as we kind of get through the downtown, and once we hit the university I will start the episode off. But we definitely need to get more residential out this way, and we need to repurpose an interchange that is just it's just not going to work anymore. So now that we're at the university, let's get off here, and it looks like a lot of people are using it, which is fantastic to see. But you know what, this interchange, or this intersection right here, I just need some dedicated turning lanes, so we will do that. I think they all really need that. But Phillip Street, we will rename it Electric Avenue. That is absolutely amazing. Let's just make sure it goes all the way where we want it to. Yep, perfect. All right, so let's take a peek at the interchange that we're going to be reworking. So this one right here, we put in temporarily. When I put it in, I said it was going to be temporary, and that is because we just wanted to make sure that people could use this road to get into Riverside, rather than having to take all these other crazy paths. So this road was built for that purpose, and we're going to be turning this arterial road over here into our grid a little bit. So we need to make that connection, and then we're going to build a bit of an interchange over top of it. If we have time in today's episode, I will build a diamond interchange over here, but if not, no worries. And then we're going to be filling up this space in here with residential. Probably here is going to be where we're going to start, and then we'll also move into around the lake as well. But I felt a little bit bad about Friday's episode. Kind of turned the city into a bit of a disaster zone, and as I was waiting for the city to fix itself, which it did, I did two things to help it. I added very temporary interchanges, which was similar to this one right here, just to kind of help out some traffic flow, and it is working better. But these are all temporary, and this whole area is going to change once we start building up the Lake District, or sorry, yeah, the Lakefront, not the Lake District, the Lakefront, which is going to be in a video relatively soon, maybe this week. I'm not sure. I've only really thought, you know, up until today's and tomorrow's episode, so we'll see. But while I was waiting for all the traffic to dissipate, which, by the way, I could have just clicked clear trap, or no, this one, which is, you know, to re-enable despawning, and that would have fixed it right away. And, you know, I was getting a little bit impatient, and the traffic was fixing itself, but I clicked it, and it was just immediately, and I was like, oh, I should have just done that in the video. But as I was waiting, I figured I would decorate that rail that we placed last episode, that rail station. So I spent some time decorating it, and we're going to take a quick peek at it, just because, you know, I wanted to make something a bit nice. It's a bit of a makeup for that little disaster that happened at the end of the last episode, and I think it turned out pretty lovely. So we got the tram that comes in here, it loops right here, It's got a ticket booth, newspaper stand, place to get your coffee, even though it says grill. And we got a couple shops over here as well, which which people will come to, especially once we build up this area. And we got the train station, which we probably should be seeing the train come in soon. Yeah, here it is. I don't think many people will be getting off here. Yeah, just a couple, because it's not really in demand because we don't really have any residential this way. And I do recognize that it's a very short rail, but I think it'll be efficient for commuters to get into the downtown. And then plus, once we get this, once we expand our rail network a bit more, my plan is to have this one to connect to here, and then we're going to build another station out over here maybe. So it'll be like a good intercity train. But we're not going to do too much regional rail. But I've talked too much, and now let's get into the meat and bones of the episode, and that is to delete this whole interchange. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a Diverging Diamond interchange. And why a Diverging Diamond interchange? Well, it's a new interchange that's kind of going around the world, and they have built one in Calgary, but they are planning on building one in St. Catharines, I believe, which is in Ontario. So I figured it'd be a cool opportunity to do something. Plus, you shouldn't really build a Diverging Diamond if you're doing a system interchange. This isn't really a system interchange, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity to do that. And let's dive into it. And we're back. All right, so I hope you like that speed build. A bit of a different take on a Diverging Diamond. It still has the same function as a Diverging Diamond, as in the traffic does diverge from one side to the other. But I decided against, as you probably saw, I don't know how slow it was for your viewing, because that took about 20 minutes, 25 minutes in real time to build. But I decided to take, usually this part is a bit longer, and then this would connect in. But I decided that if this area does see heavy traffic, it might be better for these two ramps to not connect to this main thoroughfare, because, you know, this is an arterial road of the city, but it is kind of acting as a system at the moment. So if it does get too heavy, then I wouldn't want to burden it too much. Ooh, there are some spots that I forgot to do here. Sorry, so I wouldn't want to burden it too much with ooh, maybe that's a bit too much. Can I undo that? Yeah, I can. Oops, let's undo that one too. I just wouldn't want to burden it too much with too much traffic if it wasn't necessary. So yeah, that's kind of my only thinking there behind that. But otherwise, I think it looks fantastic. I think I have the lanes right, because you want, like, I mean, this is probably overkill with the lanes. I probably could have kept it at 2. But yeah, 2, and then it could have gone into 3 here. But you need an extra lane in the middle for the traffic to get into the turning lane. And pretty much it's this part right here that I was thinking about. So if we look at the lane arrows, I locked them in right here, so they need to know where they're going or which lane they're going into right here, which, I mean, this whole road should probably maybe be 3 lanes as well. But we shall see if it actually needs it. Anyway, so they hop into here, and if they know they want to turn left, they should probably get towards the left-hand turn lane like these trucks are. And then all they need to do is switch lanes once over here. You need to give this option, or this lane the option to go anywhere, because as they continue on through, they lock nodes here, and then they need to decide where they're going through this interchange, or this intersection right here. So let's just make sure there's no traffic lights where there shouldn't be. I mean, we could probably get away with traffic lights right here. Sorry, quick sip of water. But sometimes when you're doing these, they put traffic lights automatically here, so just make sure that you don't have any traffic lights. And there probably should be traffic lights right about here. But, well, sorry, there should be traffic lights here normally, because you need to stop the traffic from just hitting each other. And we don't need traffic lights here for this game. In real life, there probably would be, but we should put some dedicated turning lane, or sorry, not dedicated, some yield signs up. And the reason why we have lights over here is just in case traffic ever gets too crazy. But we definitely don't need it. So, anyways, I think we can decorate this interchange at another time, because I want to get going on the rest of the episode. Yeah, see, so this car stopped here, and it's working perfectly right now. We definitely did a bit of overkill on this interchange, but I think it was necessary in a way. Why don't we do just a bit of line detailing, because it might help kind of showcase what kind of the idea is here. So if we just do that, and then if we just do this, it kind of shows you where cars need to stop. And yeah, I mean, that is important, especially with this type of interchange. And this is a relatively new type of interchange, and I only know of 3 places that have it, and well, one of them isn't even doesn't even have it yet. It's still in the making. So let me know if you have a Diverging Diamond interchange in your city. What is this? Control Shift F. I forget how this works. Anyways, I'll play around with it later. But yeah, pretty much cars need to stop right here, wait for the light, then they can cross over here. This guy can just keep going, It's supposed to be an interchange that really limits traffic altogether, and you know what, there's definitely some node controller work that we can do here. If we just use this, we make it a custom node, slope it. Let's make sure that these are together, and then we just slope the node. Looks like we already did. This one can probably get elevated a bit more, and you know, that's pretty steep. So maybe we can just elevate this one ever so slightly. And I think we're even a bit too high on the bridge. We have tons of clearance for that truck. So why don't I, instead of trying to get cars to, you know, just like plow up a hill, why don't we just lower this whole system down a touch? Let's wait for some trucks. Yeah, they're good. Awesome. Okay. Well, in that case, looks like everything's okay. The node controller is definitely going to be useful here. I think I'll do a bit of a run through off camera because I do want to get building on the rest of the episode. Ooh, this one should probably be lowered a bit. Yeah, and then we have some lane math going on where this turns into 3 lanes. And then we'll definitely get another interchange right here, which will be really useful for the university, especially when there are games going on, like matches. And we're back to 4 stars in the university. That is fantastic. Okay. Well, hopefully we get to 5 soon. We stop wasting too much money on that university. But now that we have this in place, this road right here is going to kind of act in the same way as we have over here, but we're going to kind of use it as a bit of a frontage for the highway. And you might be wondering why I'm so concerned about kind of creating a frontage. Well, if we ever want to add express lanes, I don't want to destroy half my city. And express lanes are pretty cool to do. So we do have a bit of traffic going on over here. That's a bit frustrating, but looks like it's at the necessary lane switching areas. So we will leave it for now, and hopefully as the city grows, more... Oh, yeah, we have some more backup over here. Perhaps maybe a traffic fix is in order. I know there's a couple fixes that people have been telling me to do on this roundabout, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But traffic is fine. It's fine. It's 75. Definitely could be better. But I don't want to pay attention to that any more than we already have in today's episode. So let's get going on some residential. Well, I really want to get some residential close to the university, but I need to make sure that I save some space for it. And I kind of want to use this as like the back of the university, but I know there's a couple more buildings that we're going to need for the university, and let's take a quick peek at what those buildings will be. The media lab isn't going to be huge. So I think we can get one over here, perhaps one over in this little section, maybe even squeeze it back over here, especially if it doesn't have parking. The dance club, that's really small, easy to fit anywhere. The liberal arts academic statue, again, same thing. But this one, the School of Economics, this one, I have a feeling that we're not going to stick at the university, and we're going to instead put it somewhere else, maybe even save it for, say, a city over here or something like that, that will grow or something. But needless to say, there's still some space that we need to occupy. So I don't think this will actually be the end of the university. I think I'll take it back one more block, and we will kind of mark that off by using this here. So actually, let's go back a bit farther. Let's go about here, maybe. Actually, let's make sure we maintain our grid. Actually, we haven't been maintaining our grid over here because we've been stretching things over. Let's see how big this one is. That is 750, okay. So it's about right here. Sounds good with me. Let's turn node snapping on. And then this will be the back of the university. Now this is not going to be Oh, look at that. That lines up perfect. I don't think this will be the diamond interchange. I think this one's going to be the diamond interchange. Oh, this one makes more sense. Just going to be a small time interchange. Yeah, you know what? This one makes more sense. I think we will kind of try to mark this over here. So I'm going to pause the game. Just going to draw a road out. And we will bring it to about here. And then I'm going to delete those. We'll back this up. And let's connect in at a good angle here. So we'll use the curve tool. And this whole road's going to be probably a bit... some more lanes. Yeah, that just makes sense. And I won't touch anything over here because we'll save that for the university. But we did get some main thoroughfares out of that. And that will be very useful for connecting up with the rest of the city. So very frustrated that that doesn't connect up. We will 100% fix this because there's no way that we're going to leave that. Okay, and then I will click this in. We're going to bring it out to about here. I'm going to use move it. I'm going to swing this over like this, and then I'm going to back this up and connect in. Perfect. And then we just connect this back up, and all is well in the world. All right, so now that we're going to be using this as the bit of the frontage for the university, this is going to be a diamond interchange. I am going to look at building some low density housing in this area. Now we're not going to be using this road for it that much, but this is going to be a good connecting zone for this area. So we might throw some commercial over here. We might throw some residential, but I'm going to keep it at a bit of a smaller grid here. And we're just going to fill up this whole area with this type of grid. Alright, so something's a bit off, just ever so slightly. So in that case, we're going to have to delete some roads here, just to make sure that we get our zoning in proper. And I'll just connect up like that. And you know what? We're not going to put another connection here, although that does seem like something the city would do. Yeah, that's probably fine. But we are not going to get another connection here. Instead, we're going to get just one connection through the middle. And the reason is because I believe that this type of development would enjoy having these longer blocks. And this one's going to be the major thoroughfare. Alright, that works with me. Okay, and then we're going to connect these ones up. Alright, and then through here we will continue with our more traditional grid. Whoa, don't like that. Let's get back to maintaining our proper grid here, please. Thank you. And then this is the main part of the university here, so why don't we instead readjust this? Apologies. Okay, and I just want to maintain the proper structure of these main roads. Yeah, and we'll connect this up. Okay, so if this is a main road that goes through, this one is a main road, so let's just get one more connection in right in the dead smack middle of this. I think it's not going to work. I think it's an uneven number, so that's fine. Why don't I instead just maintain what we're doing, and I'll call the mulligan again. All right, so we'll throw that through. We'll throw this through, and then I'll get a connection here, and then perhaps we can just change things up a little bit for this grid, or this section over here. Alrighty, so, oh, I forgot we weren't simming there. So that is 5 blocks, so let's do that. Fantastic, and I think that'll be the first connection we have off of this road. So let's connect up through here. And that looks good with me. We'll connect down like so and across. Oh, darn. Just at the last second there. Okay. And then how about, which one's this? This is an 8 grid. Perfect. I know I just said I wasn't going to do this, but I was looking for a connection down through here. Okay, very cool. You know what? I think we can get one more through here. Okay, so this is probably going to elevate, and this is probably going to elevate and go over a little bit. So we've got to make sure that we watch what's going on with this road right here. So why don't we preemptively de-zone this road? Let's get no zoning on it. Perfect. And I'll build that another time because I just don't want to spend too much time doing that. But we have so much residential demand that why don't we just start filling it in. So we have 4% unemployment with tons of residential demand. We are just going to fill this whole section up with residential. I'm actually going to pause it really briefly, and we are then going to get commercial through here, but instead we're just going to get commercial from about here down, and we'll go all the way back to here. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll get residential all the way over to here, but I'm going to leave a space, and that is because I'm just going to run a pathway behind it for the only reason of kind of creating a bit of a barrier. And let's run with just the normal paved path, and just going to kind of create a bit of a buffer zone. And I like doing this around residential areas. Okay, so we'll do that. So that's gonna all fill in. We need to then zone commercial through here, or offices or something like that, but I'm gonna leave this connection through here. I just wanted to zone in a bunch of residential through here, but I need to add schools in first, and that's why I paused the game. So the reason why we're doing this is we need to push more people to get into here quicker than normal. So let's throw a school right here. Fantastic. And then let's get a second elementary school right over here. Let's get parks for that school. Let's go with the small playground. And we're just going to connect up like that. And then we'll also connect up right about here. You can kind of like bring these a bit closer in too, which is nice. But we need to then de-zone right through here, right here, and then we're going to make this a pathway. We'll make it just the typical pavement pathway. Fantastic. I'm just going to grab it and just scooch it over a bit. Okay, and turn all our stuff back on. And so that's the elementary schools. Let's get a high school in here. I think we're going to use this one. And what we'll do is we'll put it... I don't really want the high school in here. I think what we'll do is we'll put it over on this side. Oh, you know what? This one might actually fit perfectly. All right. that's too good not to just simply use that, right? So I think we'll leave it. I am gonna just slightly lower this. Let's grab all 3 of these nodes. Whoops. And let's all put them down to that height. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just raise this one up ever so slightly. And then we'll just raise this building up ever so slightly. All right, so we got parking, or we got the high school through here. I think that's all we'll really need for this area for now. I think we're gonna get some more high schools over here, but I think we'll just leave it at those 2. I'm not gonna do too much work over on this side. We'll save that for tomorrow's episode, but I wanted to kind of look at getting in the zoning through here first. So let's get some residential. Let's save that block for being all commercial, and then we'll do that, and then we'll get our pathway connection again right down the middle. What does this serve? Well, it's just a buffer. That's all it is. Technically, people can still just walk right through and around, and it's no big deal, but what we'll do here is we'll just do that, and I'll just demolish these buildings and we'll let them all regrow now that we have this whole area zoned in. Okay, so we'll let this all grow up. We need to get some health services through here, and what we'll do, and water. You know, it wouldn't be a Cities by Steven episode if I didn't forget water. So we'll get the water in first. We'll bring it right up through here, connect it down, and let's just, I guess we'll have to do this. We'll have to bring it down this road too. That's fine. Not the greatest water placement ever, but you know what? It works, right? We'll bring this up and over and down, and you know what? Sure. Okay, and then we'll bring this over as well. And of course, we definitely would connect these normally in the real world, right? But let's just forget about that for now. Probably gonna need some water through here as well. And let's get water right along through here. Okay, we'll resume the game. Just wondering why the water wasn't zoning in. Bring this over, down. All right, so we got water in place. That is fantastic. I think we're fine on water. I didn't even look while we were doing it. Yeah, we're good on that stuff for now. And let's just get some health stuff in. So we are going to throw an elder care center down, and I'm thinking along this waterfront would be just an absolutely perfect place for this, right? So we'll just throw this down right here and hope that it fits. It doesn't, so we will tweak this ever so slightly. And we'll make it fit because like that is just too perfect of a place, right? All right, so we got that. We'll get a childcare facility in, and what I'll do is I'll put it beside the school here. And we need a cemetery. Put the cemetery in some of this unusable space. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad spot right there, but I need to put the zoning back on. So I will temporarily place it here, or permanently. I mean, it's a fine spot. That's probably not the best placement for that. I know I do like putting them in there, but I think what we'll do is we'll just move it over here or something like that. We're gonna get the gym. Actually, this is way too expensive for what it is. 3,000 a week. The pool is still like 1,500. Like that's a lot. We'll get the church in at a special place over here. This is gonna be just fill, right, of suburbia. So the old city or the old town that would have been around here would have been over here. So we will leave the church kind of looks for now, but we do need medical services. So I think what I'll do is I'll bring it down over here. Look at that, perfect. Takes up that whole spot. And now let's make sure we take the lights off. Oops. So we don't need any traffic lights through here. we'll leave a light here and dedicated turning lanes. Whoops. We'll just do this all the way through. There we go, and Scarlet Avenue. So let's see how far Scarlet Avenue goes. Goes all the way down here. That's a pretty big road. It's a pretty major road. Scarlet Avenue does not need to go down to there. Apparently it does. Okay. Well, Manitoba Street. Manitoba Street needs to come out to here. All right. Perfect. So Scarlet Avenue is a pretty main street in the city. I'll think of a name if you guys want us to name, add a suggestion and go for it. Because I can't believe Electric Avenue, like, that is the greatest name. That's so funny. Okay. Anyway, so that is all zoning in. We have tons of people moving in now. Let's make sure that the district... so University Square goes right up to here, which is perfect. And then I'll just make sure we fill it in as much as we can. And move East Batherston right up to here. And the Florence district, which will be renamed eventually, as well. And then we need to get a new district over here, which we will touch up on once we once we kind of change things up a little bit. But we got that in place. I wanted to get one more park asset through here. I think that's gonna be too big, right? Actually, that's not too bad. We'll see if this fits. Yeah, it kind of works. Okay, so just trying to use up this space because it's not exactly the most desirable land in the world. And I will just move it here to connect up into the park. And then let's escape out of that. Got a nice connection through there. And then what I think I'll do is I'll just add in one more park asset. If it fits, I hope it does. It doesn't. Okay, that's okay. The beach volleyball. Nice. What we'll do is we'll just kind of fill it in with... Holy cow, I'm just clicking everywhere, apparently. A couple of these trees to kind of make it seem like it is a part of it. But that's going to boost all the land value around a really undesirable area right around the highway. So we got these schools in, we got health, fire, that's what we need. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's actually just turn zoning back on over here because I think I'd really like to use, not necessarily for fire, but I think I would really like to use some of this space up. But I just wanted to kind of showcase what we were thinking about. But the fire hall, so we could just get away with using one big fire hall because our other big fire hall is right over here. We don't really have anything else over this way. It's 1800. It's pretty good. 25 fire engines. This one is 6. It's only 700. You know what? I think I'll just stick with the smaller one for now. You know what? That really doesn't give that much coverage, though. Whereas this one could pretty much cover the entire area. But I just really don't like the look of it. So why don't we go with this one? It's a bit of an older style. Yeah, that works. And then what I'll do here is I'll just drag this out. Let's turn guidelines back on. Very good. And police coverage as well. So that's fire, that's police. Let's check out police coverage. We don't need a main one, I don't think. I think we'll be able to get away with just a smaller one. Yeah, the police headquarters. I know that we're kind of reaching a criminal capacity, but we'll go with the older style police station as well. And what we'll do is we will place it right here. Okay, and because of that, there definitely won't be any housing on this side. So what I'll do is I'll just fill in those spaces with commercial. And because of that, I'll just mirror it over here with some more commercial. Okay, so I think the last few things we might need is the library. The library would be a great option over here. We could go with our little cheating country one. Oh, we do have a library right over here, but that doesn't have the biggest coverage. So why don't we go with the basic library again, and we'll place it right down here. Very good, very good. And then we'll just kind of finish off this episode because, you know, it's always confusing when I'm trying to, when I do these speed, yeah, like these fast builds, because I never really know how long it is until after I edit it. So, all right, so we'll do that, and then I'll just zone in some residential behind it. Let's see, there's gonna be some weird shaped houses. And then we'll get some residential through here. I'm just gonna pause the game really quickly because what I want to do is I just want to get a pathway. Let's go with this one actually. And I want to kind of go right from here. So we get a bit of a frontage off of that path. And then we'll just kind of fill in the space. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I think what we'll do is we'll just focus on building around the lake next episode instead. And then let's get some residential all the way through here. And then this is a shop. I think we'll get a second one right there. And then we'll get some housing right through here. And I think that's kind of where we will end off. So yeah, you know what? This is kind of really filling in a lot of our residential demand. We still have 3% unemployment. I mean, it's not a crazy amount of stuff that we've built, but I think it will definitely give a good boost to the region. These longer blocks are a bit different for the city that we built so far, but I think it will really look good once everything's come in. And of course you don't have enough workers. People are still moving in here. Okay, so let's take a quick... I know I just said we're going to end it, but I realized I didn't check the parks. So we'll go through here. I mean, this is giving off a big boost, but I think we could do with getting, say, a dog park down over here. So we've got some people living over here. I think what we'll do is we'll just throw this down right here. That should give off a pretty good boost around here. There we go. And then this gives us a reason to look at zoning in already as well. So I think I'll take the zoning all the way through. And then what I'll do is I'll just get a pathway running alongside the dog park. Just like so. And then that means we can finish off this block. And that probably means people won't move in there. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed today's episode, everyone. And I will catch you next time in tomorrow's episode, where we're probably going to be continuing to build out in this area. So, have a wonderful day. There we go. That's a good ending picture. Talk to you soon. Peace out.